Ugh. Where's my sip sip? Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. IP3 Chachochi. Painting goo. Sip rant goo. Speaking of. Oh, that's some good tea. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Ah, I can feel it. The music is making my spine tingle. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. Tree, chi. I was too focused on the tea. Can't sing. Drinking tea. Ugh, it's fucking good tea. I don't really need to pay attention in the intro. The monkey's got this. The intro is all the monkey. Isn't that right, Myro? Look at him. Look at that stoic fucker. Painting goo. 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 Painting goo. Frem. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. I don't know why, but the goos today are just making me laugh. Okay. My goo-goos sounded especially like a baby today for some reason. Goo 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 goo. Right, you know the drill. If you have any honor, you pay the monkey. Look at him. Fucking poor monkey. Doesn't get paid. Look at that bowl. It's empty. He may be stoic, but part of me is beginning to think that he might be paralyzed by fear of being unemployed soon. Welcome! Oh, that's the Siri. Right. Hold on. I need to fucking rearrange things. I'm like a fucking... like a jack in the box right now. Hold on. You fucking get over there. Jesus Christ. Before I slap the fucking back of me head off the fucking ceiling. Right. Right, where is it? Right, it's there. Okay. I can only lean back so much. Excuse me! Whilst I properly place my balls on the stool. It's very important if I'm going to be sitting here for a long time. You know. You must forgive me also if the camera is a bit fucky again. When the bright lights return to PEINTEINGU, like they are today. And sometimes I must tinker with the visuals. But it appears to be okay for the moment. I have everything on auto, which I should probably just leave it like that, but fuck it. But sometimes it's got to get real bright. Sumimasen. For my Geppu. Right! Ooh, that was an eggy one. I made scrambled eggs! For me and the female. For lunch. Glorious. I make excellent eggs. I would give chickens a run for their money. Right, where's my secret reaver? There it is. Excuse me, whilst I descend into proper PEINTEINGU posture. Oh, the stool is stiff. There we go. Revering my magic top knottu, which repairs all nearby oni, so they do not interrupt the goo. So, my glorious Japonator, and all you other fearty mortals, how are you this fine Thursday? Let the goo fro, Riker, sharer, and subscriber, or 33 rashes await ye at the bottom of Davy Jones' rocker. Combining Japu with pirate. Like, it just makes me laugh. Japanese pirates. Shogoro! Oi, fucking matey. It'd be really hard to do a mishmash of that, like. You have invaded our island. We have lived here in many years of peace until you pirates showed up. Like, it's like integrating pirates. Anyway, I'm like, right. Fuck, don't get me started. My brain will just like take the fuck off. Goo or goo not. There is no try. That is true. That is very true. Goo or goo not. There is no try. Right. First things first. Stabru is still a bit gay, so I must cleanse his chi. A moment. Oop, what the fuck? I nearly collapsed everything with the wire from the headphones. Stay over there, you cunt. You brew cunt. Okay, that reminded me of something disgusting from my past. Yeah. Right, cleansing chi. A ding from my tiny dong cleanses your chi. The vibrations of it at this stage must be giving Tobias rickets or some shit. Could you imagine sitting on top that thing whilst it vibrates? Giggity. What's in this tea? LSD? Fucking. I think I'm just like. I was about to say, maybe I'm just well rested. Bollocks. I had a really bad broken sleep last night. I just feel good. Maybe it's the coffee withdrawals wearing off. I don't have the jitters or the anxiety today. Not as much anyway. Occasionally, I get like a mild existential panic attack. But it's actually kind of just like, I think it's like a nervous shiver. Your nervous system's health is so fucking important. And nobody talks about it. It's all about getting your pump on. No pain, no gain. Fucking yoga. Fucking kettlebells. Fucking pre-workout. Fucking benefits of caffeine and all. Like fucking... I have a feeling I'm probably going to stop smoking soon. I'm going to put 2 stone of muscle and fat on. I'm going to stop smoking. No more caffeine. Fuckload more water. Chicken, broccoli. And good order Isa. Oh, fuck. I'm getting out of the winter mood. It's coming. It was a fierce storm today for about 10 minutes. It was glorious. It was utterly glorious. The cracking of lightning and thunder was like cannon fire. It was absolutely stupendous to witness for about 10 minutes. And now it is beautiful. It is glorious blue skies, sunshine brightly shining on my beard. And it is beautiful. And I love it. A quick dose of vitamin D is what I needed. Because of my transparent skin and ginger complexion, I literally only need 5 seconds in the sun. Just like do 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 ding. Right, stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm not even playing. Like I felt like I stood at the back garden for like 5 minutes, just like, oh, that feels nice. Right, I have shit to do. Like, I never knew that. There's fucking the Inuits in like Alaska or some shit, when they're in the little tents in the fucking tundra and all that shit. They don't get the sun that often in certain months. So one of the things they do is like they poke a hole in the tent at a particular angle that allows the sun to shine through, and they hold the baby up to it so it gets vitamin D, and they put it like directly on its forehead. And I think that has something to do with the fucking Indian shit as well. You know, the Indian dot? That's like one of your chakra points and shit, like. And I can feel it, like if you look at the sun and close your eyes and then try and relax your face, there is something going on there. You can feel like you're kind of getting a download or some shit, like. It is kind of funny the way, you know, if you open your mind to the possibilities that certain things may be truer than they are woo-woo, and certain things might be total bollocks, even though they're fucking mainstream approved. Like, you know, it's like hilarious how wonderful certain aspects of your life become again, in the literal sense of wonder. Like I have wonder a lot, you know. Still have curiosity, still have skepticism, but now I have wonder as well. And you need that in your life, because so many people out there are propagating the idea that they know some shit when most people know fuck all. Drinking tea to charge the chi. Yes, and it's just tea. It's just Goldbrand. Goldbrand. Barry's tea. Goldbrand. Like, seriously, speaking Japu sometimes, like, actually just makes me fucking giggle like a schoolgirl. Like, I have in this cup some Barry's tea. Goldbrand is very good. It's hilarious because, like, a gourd is like a container for a liquid as well. Like, languages are fascinating. Maxed out Barrow Defender, sorry. Maxed out with his cup of coffee. Margie with a cup of coffee. Margie Osama. Haro. How are you today, Margie Osama? Goo. What is this? A show for babies? I know, like, I don't know why particularly today while I was singing the intro song. I just, like, maybe I just did too many goos in a row or something. Goo. It's just like, what am I doing? But I love that. Like, I remember, like, one of Frankie Boyle's, like, you know, last really good stand-up sets. He said that a few times what he was doing. The shit, like, he'd be tearing into someone, like, you know, oh, you skinny cunt. You look like somebody covered a monkey in glue and kicked it through Primark. I was saying, some of the shit he would say to people is, like, so fucking funny, but, like, you know, you could easily argue that it's very insulting and, like, you know, derogatory and all these, but it's hilarious, especially when the camera looks at the guy in the audience that he's talking about and he's dead on the money. Like, you know, he's this skinny young fella with, like, too much gel in his hair, and he's wearing clothes that, like, you see in Pennies or Primark, like, all the time. Like, it's like he was so on the ball, like, you know. And I've seen other people do that as well, like in other art mediums and stuff and entertainment and shit, where like when you're in flow and you're just taking the piss and you're doing stuff and all, there's a part of your mind, like the witness, you know, that you're like, what the fuck am I doing? like, like one of the one I think was the one Margie bought. No, it wasn't the one Margie bought. Not the shipwreck, which I liked that one. The shipwreck turned out well. The one with the purple yacht and the niggas on it in red, like the fucking Bloods, and one of them was upside down and he was still shooting the gun in the like some of the shit I've painted just in passing. And I'll come in and sit down and look at the thing and like I just start pissing myself laughing. Like today, I mean, we find ourselves returning to Andorra, in between France and Germany? France and Spain. France and Spain. Beautiful location. Beautiful location. Many hills and mountains. Quaint little villages like this one. But this beautiful painting you see before you shall only be beautiful for so much longer. Witness it now, and weep while you can, for very soon I shall be including the things the hat requested of me, which are as follows. Chemicals. Various chemicals. Unknown chemicals. Just chemicals. Just chemicals. Any chemicals. There's going to be a lot of Acme shit in this painting. An anaconda. Big Snacky. And Thomas the Tank Engine. Or as I have written here, Thomas Tank E. Thomas Tanker. Thomas Tanker. This painting is probably going to be weird as fuck. Weird. Very weird. And wired. And I love it. I have no idea. Well, that's a lie. I have some idea of what I am going to do. Methinks I should place Thomas Tank Engine here, on the bottom. Perhaps his face here, looking up at the anaconda that I shall coil in between the buildings. And a fierce battle shall ensue between them. Being a tank engine connected to train cars, Thomas shall be equipped with many cannons, firing at the anaconda, methinks. The toxic chemicals should probably be placed somewhere in the buildings, perhaps. Or perhaps crushed within the very jaws and coiling coils. The coiling coils of the giant snaker. That's another thing I've noticed a bit. Like, did we make that a rule of Japu? I don't think we did, but maybe that should totally be a rule of Japu. Is like you pronounce the E even if you shouldn't. I love doing that. Like, Wanda. Here we go, indeed. Dick Fordu, here we go. Eggs. Must be a millionaire. This motherfucker with his eggs. Hey, what are you on a daily routine of like 3 bowls of rice or something? Is that what it is? Living in communist China. I love scrambled eggs in my protein shake. I don't know why, but that sounds kind of dirty. Do you just throw... So you have a protein shake? That sounds disgusting. Or do you just blend it all up? Do you have to make scrambled eggs and then... So you've blended scrambled eggs in your protein shake? Oh. Pirates? Or like... Japarate. What's better, Japirates or Japarate? I love both equally. Japirates is hilarious. Japirates is now we have a subculture of Japanites that are called Japirates, and those are the ones that defend the PEINTEINGU vessel. The PEINTEINGU vessel, as we travel around the realm, seeking to remind the fairty mortar scum strewn about the place about beauty, honor, discipline, spiritual awareness, and hearty forms of violence. RST hilarious. Is this some this is some LST? Oh, it's good shit. I just put like a huge dollop of honey in it. It's good shit. I occasionally get like bouts of drowsiness, and like I like could seriously just like put my head down and fall asleep. And then with that comes like I think it's hilarious. Like I think it's like obviously just like my nervous system reacting to like the no caffeine, or but like there's supposed to be some level of caffeine in tea, so but comparatively obviously it's like nothing. It's funny to me where like I'll honestly assess what's happening to me, especially as a man. You know, like, and like sometimes it feels like I'm just gonna burst into tears. Like, but I'm not sad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just like a side effect of exhaustion, where my nervous system is just like, where's the coffee? I'm so tired. And I'm standing there making tea, you know, like, and then I start laughing to myself, like, like I just get these waves of just like, oh, like, I'm sad, like, and then it passes, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, it's so weird. I'm like, is that how women feel? Like with the hormone shit, like me getting off me getting off caffeine is is giving me like a peek through the window in what it is to be a woman with like fluctuating hormones. And that's kind of how it is for fucking BB, isn't it? Because he gets a fucking Owen gets like piercing headaches apparently. Like, I haven't had any headaches, like, thank fuck. Touch wood. You know, like, people always go touch wood and they like knock on their head. Like, why don't lads just go touch wood and then just grab their junk? Like, as long as there's no kids around, you should totally do that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, oh yeah, touch wood. Giggity. Like, the caffeine in tea is modulated by L-theanine. What's L-theanine though? What does L-theanine do? Does it, like, is that all it is a molecule that modulates tea? Chemicals, like, alchemy fascinates me, man. Seriously, like, I should have, like, there's parts of me that's like, I should have got into music despite, you know, hating the tin whistle and, like, the curriculum in the school. I should have gone into music because I fucking love music and, like, I'm good with my hands, like, you know. And then there's another part of me that's like, man, I should have studied, like, history, like all the stuff they wanted to, like, they alleged to teach you in school, like science, history, geography and all, like, but it's so just disconnected from any kind of like real meaning and, like, you know, like, and it's not that I was like really aware when I was like a teenager, or definitely not in primary school, being like these are all lies, you know, like I wasn't like fucking aware of that shit, like. But I just didn't jive with it, and I'm not the only one. There's like a lot. Everybody knows somebody who was like, you know, not a delinquent scumbag, but just didn't jive with school. You know, why are we all wearing uniforms? Fucking, why do we have to, like, you know, sit and look at a board and shit? Like, why aren't we outside? Like, we're kids. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you could teach kids so much easier and so much more by just showing them and then getting them to do it themselves and shit like that, which, like, yeah, but you do that with a fucking chalkboard, don't you? It's like, it's not the same. You're in a box staring at a wall. with some fucking gobshite, like, you know, just like typically anyway. Some of the like some teachers are decent, but typically it was just some yoke. Like, had them fucking female teachers that were like harridans, like fucking hag ravens, fucking hags, fucking all the Skyrim fans out there. Horrible witches, like, you know. And then you had like teachers that were like very maternal, really good with kids. And then I don't think I had any male teachers in primary school. Was Rathfarnham all female? I think I had all female teachers in primary school. And then in secondary school we had like that's typically probably it, isn't it? Because they're dealing with kids. It's like you get way more females, like, you know, which makes sense. But at the same time, like, watching a woman lose control of a room is like, don't get me wrong, hilarious if you're on the other side of it, like, you know. But like, I've seen some females just break down in tears and leave the classroom, like, and then you just like that's so fucked up to just like, I know they're in a classroom which is in a school, so like, what's gonna happen? But like, you don't know, they might just start like killing each other or some shit. Like, anything could happen. You know, the times I've seen that, like, and she just like, you know, the face in the hands and then like leaves, and like typically the kids are like, we made the teacher cry. Kids are cruel, man. Kids will fucking eat you alive. You can't have any weakness around kids, because they'll just see it, and like one of them will just say it, like, you know. It's hilarious. Anyway, Pirates. Did I get an answer on that? I genuinely want an answer on that. Or like Pirates or Japarate. The Japarate is like, you know, the Japarate. Like, it sounds more serious and sinister, like, you know, like, so we got the Japanites, which is just like, you know, the nation of Japanita. Japanation. Japunica. Nah, sounds that has poon in it. We could just call it Japu. Japu's hilarious. Anyway, dongs come in all sizes. Let's not judge a crow for going crazy about his giant one. Like, I genuinely, like, in that moment, I like had a thought. I was like, that poor bird being on top of that thing every time I fucking ring that. Like think about it. Like, birds have like, don't birds have like excellent hearing? Like, don't get me wrong, obviously it'd be way worse if I put a cat or a dog on top of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine how cruel that'd be to put like a wolf perched on top of a gong that you ring like 3 times a day? Poor thing's just sitting there like... Man, my brain goes weird places. It's because I just start visualizing shit. Everything I say, I can like... Well, not everything. Most things I start talking about, I start seeing in my mind. And then I just start talking about the aesthetics of it, like, and how funny it would look. I think it'd be hilarious, like, kind of like character quality skit thing, that if you had like a really funny emperor, like or a shogun or something, if you're doing a cartoon about like something in Japan or some shit, like, and it's like Emperor Kakagawa, like, he fucking just, he has these big, huge fucking samurais, or like, you know, maybe, or a corgi wearing samurai armor, like that meme, you know, sitting beside the gong, and then like a monkey wearing headphones, like earmuffs, comes over and like smashes the gong out of it with a giant fucking like rubber hammer thing, like, you know, and it's just a corgi sitting beside it, like a royal, you know, one of them fucking like the Emperor's Guard, you know what I mean, like an elite warrior dressed all in the samurai and shit, like, and it's just his ears are all perked up and shit, like, the second he sees the chimp going for the hammer to ring the gong, he's just like, oh. Like, not this again, I hate this time of day. like I always thought shit like that was crazy, how like the hippie in me comes out when you realize like how much of nature we destroy to make room for like one building, you know, like you just like utterly change the ecosystem of a location just like in an instant, like, do you know what I mean? Or like those stories where lads be digging up the fucking Amazon and like they'll release like some kind of like pathogen or parasite or bacteria or like some kind of, there's a gas pocket or some shit, like, and 1 minute they're just like, you know, they're looking at the blueprints with the hard hats on, looking at the fucking bulldozers take down trees, and they're like just envisioning the spectacle of swimming pools and apartment blocks and all, and then the next thing there's just this like, what's that smell? And there's just a blinding flash and 80 of them are dead in an instant. Like, now that's a fucking movie I'd watch. Vitamin D is crucial. Some northern civilizations sun-dry mushrooms to gather D. Gotta get that D. To be used during winter months. Yeah, like there's loads of shit that like I'd say loads of us don't do anymore who live in climates like Ireland. Like I don't change my lifestyle for like those 4 months of the year, which like I should. Do you know what I mean? Like all I do is like put more layers on because it's cold. Like it's, no, you should definitely be consuming more fat. You need to keep yourself warm. It's not good to be like cold and warm. Cold and warm, cold and warm. You know, I know there's a big fucking trend with all the, you know, you got to do the cold plunge, or you do the fucking, they have fucking, was it dry ice or liquid nitrogen fucking baths that you stand in, and it like super cools your fucking body and all, like for a few minutes and shit. Like obviously there's like some benefit to some of it, like, do you know what I mean? Because like the whole thing of like contraction and then tension release and expansion of the muscle fibers and stuff like would probably like theoretically promote better blood flow, which would lead to X, Y, and Z. But it's like, it's all, a lot of that shit is like, if not, well, yeah, most of it, a lot if not most of it is like pure just marketing shite, because like everything's been done for the most part. So a lot of these industries are just like seriously sitting down at the boardrooms these days just being like, what else can we do, what can we do, what can we come out with that, like, you know, get on TikTok and make a fuckload of money, like. And it's always the same, like, you know, but there is usually some truth in those things, like, you know, like the shoe stuff and the walking in your bare feet and like people's toes being, you know, inward and stuff. Like I suffer from a bit of that, and like it's hilarious when you start doing stuff to like fix those issues with your body and shit. Like I love doing the horse stance and like trying to spread me toes on the yoga mat and like really grip the yoga mat with me toes. Try and do it with me bare feet and all, like, you know, it's like you can feel the like the stuff if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Do you know what I mean? And there's like so many of us, including myself, that like certain parts of me are like straight up like atrophied because they're like never seen to or never used. You know, like I'm still active enough. Like obviously, like I fucking, like I look jacked when I take my top off. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's the stuff on the inside, the stuff that connects the bits that look good. Do you know what I mean? That's the stuff that I've been focusing on in the last year. Stuff like your traps and shoulder muscles and like the type of shit a chiropractor or a masseuse would like really get in on. And you'd be like, oh, why is that so sore? You know, like the whole like Neo, like, why are my eyes sore? Because you've never used them before. It's like, I've done way too much sitting. You know, like, I used to be able to do fucking the splits and the kick above my head and all this fucking shit. Like, you know, fucking kickboxing back in the day. Like, and this was when I was like fucking 16, 17. But like, when you have those memories in your mind and part of your nervous system thinks you can still throw down, you know, and then you go to like do it in the back garden, like just as a warm up, and you're like, fuck, right, I'm starting to feel the age. It's funny. I find it hilarious. I like the challenge. Yous know nothing. You'll do nothing. McGregor. You'll do fucking nothing. It's a hilarious quote. I got the shipwreck one with the monkeys. Yeah, like that one turned out well. You chose well, Margie. The angle I got on the ship and all, and the rust on it and all, like, turned out well. And the kaiju crab I did was cool. Headaches and Headaches and tears? You might be starting your period. Yeah, I know, like, I've been getting, like, weird shit for, like, the last while, and, like, not drinking any coffee has made that worse, so part of me was, like, I think I was overdosing on caffeine where I kind of burnt my nervous system out. Because I used to drink a fuck ton of energy drinks. And then I just switched to drinking a lot of coffee. And, like, you know, you shouldn't be, like, the way, you know, the mainland Europeans drink coffee is, like, allegedly how you're supposed to drink coffee. You know, the little fucking tiny, the things you can't even, like, fuck it. When I see them little cups with the tiny little fucking handle that you can't even put your fingers through. What the fuck is this shit? But, like, you're supposed to be drinking that much coffee. Do you know what I mean? That's how much coffee you should be drinking, and you should drink, like, one of them a day or something. Like look at my face. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can tell, like, the whole physiognomy shit is so true. Like, you know, you can tell a lot about my current health status by just looking at my eyes and my face. I am dehydrated. I'm like, I'm not eating enough. Like, I think I'm in a calorie deficit, you know, which would be great if I was trying to cut weight, but I'm not. I'm trying to put weight on. So, like, I'm not eating enough. I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm probably dehydrated. I like overloaded on caffeine and all. Like, you know, I'm not getting enough sleep and shit. Like, so, like, I'm underweight. I'm underslept. I'm underfed. And it's not like anybody's doing it to me, like, you know what I mean? It's just my lifestyle, like. And it's so funny when you start noticing these things about yourself, like, and you go to correct them and all, like there's days like this where I feel, like, quite good, you know? And then there's days where you feel like absolute trash and you think you're gonna die. Like, it's like, oh, did I fuck it all up in those, like, 10 years of just, like, sitting around playing video games, doing a lot of drugs on the weekends? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is that it? Am I just gonna die at 45 for some illness? Like, do you know what I mean? And then you get those other days where, like, I'm, like, lifting weights and, like, doing fucking pull-ups at the back garden and the sun is shining and pounding orange juice and eating bananas, and I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look like a fucking, like, steroided orangutan when I'm, like, 80. like I'd love to be in my old age still lifting heavy, you know. I want to be like that, like. But anyway, I hated school. No real learning at all. Yeah, like, that's exactly how I felt. I felt like in school it was just so boring that I didn't want to take part, and because I didn't want to take part because it was so boring, I didn't learn anything. But even then, I still had a good enough memory and ability to just read stuff and memorize shit that when I applied myself, I could get A's, you know. It was like, it was so noticeable. Like, it was like, Alex is paying attention. A B B A B B A. Alex is not paying attention. Like, C D C D D C. Like, it's always been the same. Like, you know. It's like, and they know that. Like, that's how the telly works and all. It's like, hold on, I grab your attention, you know. And that's what I was only thinking earlier on, that I think that is what I would like to do with my life in terms of, like, where all this is going and what I want to do as, like, an independent artist and stuff like that. Like, do I want to just be a contemporary painter, or do I want to create cartoons, or do I want to do that? It's like, part of me wants to do all of it, but obviously you have to be practical and you have to be, like, realistic about what you're doing on the daily, like, you know. To a degree, you can be like, no, fuck, I'm going to do all of it and do it. But there is, like, you can't just be, like, you know, whimsical and dreamy about it at the same time, like. And I've fucking made that mistake multiple times, and you guys have witnessed it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna do fucking turtle t-shirts. It takes me like a month to do one and all. Like, I'm a retard when it comes to that shit. I'm, like, not business savvy at all in terms of how I create things. But, like, I'm liking trying to not be like that. Trying to routine myself and regiment myself and organize myself, and like even the fact that I have all the PEINTEINGUs in one folder is like an improvement for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am that kind of artist that, like, there would just be, it'd just be a mess. But it's funny because, like, I'm like that with art, but I'm not like that with the rest of my personality and the rest of my lifestyle. I like things being tidy. I like things being clean. I like things being organized. I'm like it eases my mind when I know where everything is, and it's easily accessible, and all these fucking things. Like, it's so funny having that kind of contradicting aspect of your personality where like you can do things that annoy you. You know, like I won't clean up or something for a while, and then I'll come in and there'll be a mess here, and I'll be like thinking about old me, and I'll be like, you fucking wanker. You know, like, which is the complete opposite of what you should be doing. You know, you should be doing stuff where like you come in the following day and you're like, thank you, previous me. Like, the amount of times I've come in and been like, I'm an asshole. I hate me. Why haven't I done all these things that I need to do? Like, it's so fucking funny. I find it all hilarious. I like this is what I think is so funny about text conversations. I like Japirates. Japarite. So like, you just put the same word in the chat again. Like, you didn't spell it a different way to like, you know, acknowledge either one. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I can't tell whether you're saying I like Japarate or Japarites or Japirates. I'm assuming it's Japirates, because Japirates is the funnier one, but the Japarate is pretty cool. I had a history teacher named Mr. Vamosi. Even though he had a wife and kid, we all thought he was gay. I always pity guys like that. Like, it's like, is that guy gay? And then he goes home to a wife and children. Like, you're like, does your wife respect you? Like, and then you got to think about, like, you know, like what kind of female would get with a male like that. Like, do you know, there's a lot of Irish guys like that. A lot of not just Irish, yeah, a lot of European guys are like that. They're very queer, but they're not actually homosexuals. But like, people like us would be like, is he a homo? Like, what you mean? Like, you know, very effeminate, like, do you know what I mean? But like, has a wife and children. Like, now typically when you see the wife, you're like, ah, I get it. Like, either like not very attractive and like, you know, submissive as fuck, or they're where they wear the pants in the relationship. You know, she like has 2 stone on the nigga, and, you know, treats him like shit or whatever. Like, the whole kind of Homer Simpson shit. Like, fine, Japirates. See, that's how, like, oh, it's hilarious. I love it. Like, so what do you guys prefer, Japirates or Japarate? And then it's like, it's like when somebody goes, do you want this or do you want that? And you just go, yes. Oh, I fucking love it. Margie, I missed some because of my phone call. Ah, you didn't miss much. I'm just talking shy. I'm just rambling. You didn't miss anything important. Don't worry, Margie. Okay. Right. We get the tunes going, and I'm going to clean up the village. You know, make it look a little bit nicer, put some more details in it. And then I'm probably going to be painting over large sections of it to put old Thomas. Do you ever see those movies on sci-fi at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning where it was like Anaconda versus Crocodile 3? And it's like, imagine you put on the Sci-Fi Channel and it's like Train versus Anaconda. Anaconda versus Train. And it's just like, it's just footage of an anaconda slowly crossing a dirt road. You know, like, you know when they come out with a bush line, and then they, like, there's just a dirt road and another bush line over here, and you just see an anaconda slowly, like a giant slug, and then it cuts to a fucking like locomotive, like, It just keeps cutting between them like they're gonna eventually run into each other. Anaconda versus train. Book your tickets now. Who will win? You know, and it's just like maybe loads of people in the comment section like, what the fuck do you mean who's gonna win? Obviously the train is gonna win. This is ridiculous. Oh fuck. I kinda like not having coffee anymore. my natural energy reserves are coming back. I'm real giddy again. Oh, fuck. Okay. I found more new tunes, but they're a bit calm, so I don't know. I'm feeling like metal, or the upscale shit, you know, the oh, I hate it when it does that. I have to reset the fucking. One of these videos is unavailable. Ugh! Ugh! Advertisements! Ugh! One of these videos is currently unavailable. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go. We go classical today. I'm feeling light today. Feeling light and bright. I think we'll go classical and then we'll do some fucking like that fucking Judgment Day fucking synthy shit. Sumimasen. I'm gonna fucking make Stabaru regret ever teaching me that. If I hear that nigga say sumimasen one more time, I swear to God, I'm gonna mail him anthrax. Could you imagine if that got the stream shut down? Is me just saying that out of context? Oh. Right. I do really like this one. We don't get ads for this one, do we? This is like a good combination of like epic, uplifting, and funky. The lighting's a bit shit, is it? I suppose. As long as you can see the painting, that's all that matters. So, it's not shit. It's just... It's a bit dark? I don't know. Fuck it! I don't care, let's do this. I remember those retarded ass sci-fi movies. Sharknado. Then there was one with all the bees for some reason. That would be kind of terrifying though, if there was just like enough bees to blot out the sun, like descended on a location. Like, imagine the noise of that, you know? Right, let's get these bitches wet. I must get my bitches wet too. And get some goo on this parrot. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Paint! Right. So funny the way your one sleepy house just calls me paint. Like everybody else is like, I'll drop in a chat room or something like, and everybody be like, oh, Defender, what's the crack? Oh, hey, DB. Oh, Defenderoo. Oh, like, or even like, hey, it's the PEINTEINGU guy or whatever. Like, sleepy house is just like, paint, like in all caps. Like, I fucking love it. This community is fucking, like, it's just got some of the best people ever. Like, you see the fucking big hammer somebody sent Owen? It's just fucking brilliant looking. It's such a cool looking, like, matte black fucking big huge warhammer, and it just says BB and like 44 on it, or was it Onward BB? Like, oh, it's fucking, what a fucking legend. Like, you know, like, you cannot be a loser and people do stuff like that for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things that, like, is like, for anybody actually paying attention, that's why people love that guy, you know? It's like, that's why the community is like got so many legends in it, is like, because that's the kind of energy in the community, is like, this guy's streams are so good, I'm gonna do this for him, you know? Like, and like, that's what that's the way it should be. Like, You know, meritocracy to fuck, like. Reward the people who do good shit. But instead, we're in a fucking society of a bunch of fucking grifting scumbags, at least for the moment, anyway. How can I make the most amount of money off of doing the least amount of work? Often involves fucking over your fellow man, and like, they don't fucking care, you know? And you know, a lot of them like use like supposed logic to rationalize their fucking psychopathy, you know, like, well, nobody really knows, you know, if there really is a god and like and all this shit. It's like, no, like, you don't need the existence of God for people to know that like you're doing fucked up shit that you shouldn't be doing, you know? You don't need to prove God exists to prove that someone's being a cunt. Another call. Don't worry about it, Margie. You do what you gotta do. PEINTEINGU will be here when you return. PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. Goo 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 goo. Goo goo goo. PEINTEINGU. Right. I place my royal rag upon my divine knee in preparation for the goo. And then I get my bitches wet. I know they don't, like, I hear loads of artists be like, don't marry your brush, don't marry your brush. If fucking Kim Jong-il or whatever his fucking name was, or was it Kim Jong-il? I can't remember. The fucking Korean artist who was amazing, who died recently. Was he Korean or Chinese? I can't fucking remember. All that dude used was fucking like those refill pens with ink in them and shit, and all he used was like black ink most of the time. And he's doing all these like live shows and shit, like, I get where they're coming from. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you do have all the brushes, all the shapes, all the sizes, and use them for what they're used for, like, you know? But at the same time, having your go-to brush that you can do loads of different things with is a good thing. It's not a bad thing, you know? Kim Jong-un? No, not that one, dude. A different one. I think it was Kim Jong-gi, or Kim Gung-gi, or something. Like, he was like a renowned Asian illustrator. I can't remember if he was Korean or Chinese. I think he was Korean. I'm not sure. Really fucking good. He could just walk up to a blank wall and just have like one of them. It's like a hollow pen. A hollow brush pen that you can put whatever you want in it, and he would always just have, like, you know, your typical Japanese ink or calligraphy ink in one of them hollow brush pens, and you would just go up to a wall and just start drawing, and then like a couple of hours later there's this whole fucking illustrated scene with like multiple angles and various perspectives and huge things and small things and like minute details and massive things, and all. It's fucking wild what that guy could do, like. Absolutely wild, like. It's time to... Well, it's overtime. I was about to say it's time to get back into a routine and all this fucking shit. It's like... I had an extremely extended holiday season. So much like drinking and lack of sleep and all this bollocks, like, and it is funny because like I feel like a 50-year-old curmudgeon, like I feel like an old man because I'm like, I've got work to do and all this fucking shit, like, and don't get me wrong, I did take the time to enjoy being off and like relax and stuff like that. Like, but there was just this like constant nagging feeling in the back of my head where I'm like, I'm not making any money. I'm not making any money. Like, I don't deserve to be on holiday. What the fuck? Like, but it is what it is. Like, you know, you can't like. It would have served no purpose to be in my mother's house being like, I should be painting. You know, like, would have just ruined the experience. Like, but I just have so much work to catch up on, you know, in terms of the turtles and all this fucking shit. Like, and then all the new stuff that we've come up with in the meantime. Like I genuinely get really excited when I think about like the Bird Bureau, even though it's not even a thing. It's the same with the turtles, like, you know. When I have the money, I'm gonna, like, I think I am gonna get myself like a iPad or something I can do digital art on to make little. I'm gonna try and start making like cartoons for you. I don't know when. It could be like a couple of years from now. Do you know what I mean? Because I could end up starting making good money with my symmetricals in the stream, and then other shit will just get in the way. But like, that's my vague idea, is like, I want to create proper, like, quality, funny, like, hilarious entertainment for people, and use that money not only for, like, you know, make the female and I like a good life and shit, like, but I want to then like do some community shit, like, you know. I'd love to open an orphanage one day. I swear to God, like, I have those kind of vibes where I'd love to just see a load of kids happy. Like, do you know what I mean? And I know orphanages aren't typically places of joy, but it's like they're way better off in an orphanage than they are like being trafficked, you know, like, or fucking on the streets or some shit, like. And I just have, unfortunately, I have a, like I have enough of an awareness of where all this is going that, like, I think there's gonna be like some fucking horrible shit going down in the next few years, especially in Ireland. I don't, like I was saying yesterday, I don't think Ireland is ready yet to be like, okay, we're done with the woke stuff. You know, like, I don't know. I think corruption's still fairly heavily embedded here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right. Let's get this village on the road. I don't want it to be completely black. So, like, it's going to be dark, but it's not going to be completely black. Squirt, squirt from my tiny mister. Gets the goo frog. More black! There needs to be more black in that grey. Make it darker. Painting goo goo. Right, Stuntman has just confirmed that we are all good for tonight. So I'm gonna be on Hanging with Bears later then. Midnight. What are we? GMT. Midnight GMT. Painting. Painting. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Gotta keep that goo wet. Dries quick. I kinda like the pressure that you're under to move quickly and accurately, because this stuff dries so quickly. I like having to move quickly. Those are some of my favorite challenges in video games, or like time limited challenges. Kill all the enemies as quickly as possible. Depending on the game, it can be incredibly entertaining. Painting goo, goo goo goo. Goo goo goo, goo goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting. Goo, 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 goo. Right, get some yellows and some browns in there. What do we need to make brown? Some morange. Painting goo 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 goo. Tiny bit of red. Tiny bit. Red's very powerful. Very powerful. We now have orange. A beautiful orange. Vibrant. Like my beard. Right. Now we add a dash of brew. We have a browner, but it's too red. It's too red. Way more yellow. Way more. There we go. Now we're in the ochre range. The yellow ochre range. Make a browner! I am making the browner! Don't you tell me what to do, Desmond. More euro. That'll do. That'll do, pig. I have watered it down significantly, so it's not too opaque, so that I can still see some of the underlying details and markers I have previously placed. For example, so I know where the arches are on this building. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. More squirting! Look at it come to life before your very eyes. Is it not beautiful? Something about, like, European villages that just have that, like, fucking old world fucking beauty to them. Like, you know, the arches and the fucking brickwork and the red slating and the clay and the fucking... just all the... especially in the spring or the summer where you just have the surrounding flora, which is just intense looking, like all these bushes and trees and beautiful different colours and shit. And then you just have these, like, amazingly well-crafted brick structures going in between them, like, you know. All these old villages in Europe and shit, they look fucking fantastic, like, you know. All this shite we're knocking up now, and, like, the amount of building that's going on in Ireland right now, and all it is just, like, slap up a lot of apartments right now, throw all the foreigners in. Like, it's fucking wild. Painting, goo, goo, goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting. I know I'm always saying I love it opaque, which I do. I love opaque matte colours. Fully saturated. However, when layering things, it is important to take into account things being watered down and transparent to a degree. Like I said, I can still see my previous markings. Very important. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Right, now for the big one. More squirting. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. always remember now that that one just repeats after half an hour. Right, sticking with that vibe, and then we'll go a bit darker later. So that's good. I'm making a mental note of the ones that don't have ads. Don't get ads for these at all, seemingly. Excellent. If people really want me to shout at the ads, send in a super chat that sounds like an ad. It's beginning to take rife, which sounds bad. It's beginning to take shape. The PEINTEINGU is taking rife, is Reich. What's that faggot's name? Dorian Gray! Except the painting kills you. Is the tea cold? Ah, yes. A moment. PEINTEINGU. On to the my mind is like getting ahead of me. I was about to say agua and water at the same time. Wagwa! Wagwan, me brother. Right. It's a good bass rare. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Squirt, squirt. We'll go a little bit darker. PEINTEINGU. Okay. PEINTEINGU, goo, goo. More of a Euro tone. Constantly shifting between highs and lows to create definition. All PEINTEINGU really is pointing out the obvious. PEINTEINGU. That's it! You're getting a Contigo mug, whether you like it or not. What the fuck is a Contigo mug? Contigo mug? The fuck? Oh, to keep my tea warm? Is like... I thought... I heard the Yeti stuff was like the really good shit. I've never heard of Contigo. Contigo? Is that your, is that a Canadian brand, is it? We love you too, Margie. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Did another plane crash? I'm assuming that's the Endeavour one. Surely another one hasn't crashed already, like. Ridiculous carry on with the fucking planes, like. Ridiculous carry on. I think it's hilarious when I look at some of the painting goes, like, where like shit's like not straight and stuff. Because I'm always like painting at an angle and shit. Oh, bless me. Fucking thing battery powered? It looks decent, yeah. I don't know, I don't think now is a good time to buy something that'll keep shit hot for me. I'm not drinking coffee anymore, so like that'd probably just tempt me to start drinking coffee again in large quantities. I appreciate the sentiment though. Defender Usama must have a not hot tea. This is unacceptable. Thank you. With goo this thick, it is important to keep the brush wet. I mean bitch, keep the bitch wet. Keep that fro going. Painting goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. One of the day labourer guys brought me a blueberry fritter. I'm not one for sweets, but I reckon the fritters. What's a fritter to you guys? Is that like a muffin? You get a blueberry muffin? The fuck is a fritter? What are you fritting? Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. Okay, let me see. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Oh, it's like a bun. Looks like it might be nice, alright, yeah. It looks very similar to our blueberry bones, or something like. Oh, excuse me. Paint goo, paint goo. Oh, well, that way. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Do 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 do. Painting goo goo. Do do do. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Do 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 do. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Ah, Pruno-sama! Welcome! I love cherry donuts. Jam donuts are delicious. They are gloriously delicious. Ich liebe es. Painting cuckoo. Right, we've made excellent progress today on our Andoran village. What day is today? Thursday. Right, I am doing Hanging with Bears differently tonight with Stuntman Beru. So, I am afraid I must leave it there. I must conserve my energy for later day. Plus, I have shit to do. Grocery shopping, dinner to make for the female, so on and so forth. There will be no Paintingu tomorrow. Paintingu shall resume Monday. I am going to be far too tired after tonight's Hanging with Bears. I'll probably wake up at like fucking 12 or something like that. But anyway, remember to smash that like button like it has insulted your ancestors. And if you have any honor, click the link and pay for Paintingu. Paintingu. Give the monkey some money. Place a tip in his bowl. Give me some money. Or simply buy something. It is up to you. You be the judge. You make the choice. Good, true, beautiful, or false, ugly, and bad. Bye-bye. Sayonara, my Japanite. And I shall see you soon. Be good, be true, be beautiful. Have an excellent weekend. If I don't see you on Hanging with Bears tonight, I shall see you on Monday. Sayonara. Do 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 do.